Miss Parker, I'm very happy for the opportunity once again to be able to present the message of El Shaddai to you. But before I continue, let us briefly pray. Abba, I thank you for this opportunity of giving to me once again to be able to communicate to your children all over the world. I'm praying and asking this hour that as I deliver the message you've put in my mouth, that you're going to speak to their hearts. Your Ruach is going to interpret this word to them in a way that they will understand. I pray and ask this hour that you help each and every person here on earth this period, this season, to be able to do and be what you want them to do and be, and to be able to love your Torah, your mitzvot, and to obey you and serve you according to the way you want your children to serve you, and not according to the way it's pleasing and it's good in their eyes. Thank you, El Shaddai, because I know you've heard my prayers. So be it. It is done. I've been asked to tell El Shaddai, El's children all over the world, that from now on, do your utmost best as often as you can within the week to read the whole of Tehillim 119. It's a powerful Tehillim, and he said it's also going to admonish you, it's going to encourage you, and it's going to reveal a lot of things about your life, both to you and also the will of El Shaddai for your life. Tehillim 119, that is Psalms 119. And then I'm going to read, you're going to read the entire chapter as often as you will, but I'm going to deliver the message or read the ones he wants me to read and speak on the ones that El Shaddai wants to communicate to his children. Aleph. Baruch are the perfect in the way, who walk in the Torah of El Shaddai. Baruch are those who observe his witnesses, who seek him with all the heart. Even they shall do no unrighteousness. They shall walk in his ways. What El Shaddai is telling me is that anyone that walks in the Torah of El Shaddai, they are perfect in the way. In the way. Now, if you read from Bereshit to Hazan, that is from Genesis to Revelation, for those that have the scriptures, those that have the Torah is from Bereshit to Malachi, you will see something. There's only one thing that's been mentioned, Torah and the way. You will not see the mention of any religion here. I want you to be very clear on something. You're not going to see Judaism mentioned. You're not going to see Islam mentioned. You're not going to see Christianity mentioned. He said, in the way. Now, those that have the ancient translations of the New Testament, there's a place where it says that the believers were first called Christians at Antioch. And that part is false. What they were called were the followers of the way. Followers of the way. And what is the way to eternal life? That is the Torah and nothing else. Now, due to the personal agenda of certain people in the world, they now start removing a lot of things and putting in certain religion there for you to think that Christianity religion or any other religion for that matter has been endorsed by your creator. No. I read it again. Aleph. Baruch are the perfect in the way. He said those that are perfect in the way that has been mapped out for you to live, in the way that El Shaddai has mapped out for his children to live, those that are perfect are Baruch. He said, who walk in the Torah of El Shaddai. If you see, look at it here. I don't know if you can see it. Where am I? If you see, you can see. It's very beautiful, his word. His word is so beautiful. Let's continue. Baruch are those who observe his witnesses. Are you right now maintaining his witnesses, or you're compromising because of the season? That is what El Shaddai said I should ask you. Are you observing his witnesses and maintaining his witnesses, or you are compromising his witnesses because of the season? You cannot rob Peter to pay Paul and say you're righteous or you're perfect in the way. You cannot commit a sin because you want to do righteousness or not. The other way, it doesn't work like that. Let's continue. Who seek him with all the heart, even they shall do no unrighteousness. No matter how much you think you know your heir, you can't know him enough. Even the Melakim in Shamayim with him don't even know him enough. How much more you, down on earth? Keep on seeking him. Keep on studying his Torah and seeking to do his perfect will, and you'll be Baruch. He said, and even they shall do no unrighteousness, they shall walk in his ways. That is what El Shaddai has said. He said, you have commanded us to guard your orders diligently, carefully. He has commanded his children all over the world to guard his orders diligently, carefully. Oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws. Then I will not be ashamed when I look into all your commands. See, he's praying for his ways to be established so that he can perform more of his laws, more of his commands. Yes, you need money to serve your Creator. You need farms. You need to have resources to serve him. And if you remember the Shema, hear, O Yesharol, El Shaddai Elohenu, El Shaddai is one. El Shaddai Elohenu is your El, and El Shaddai is one. Now Shema Yesharol, El Shaddai Elohenu, El Shaddai Echad. And you should remember to serve El Shaddai Elohenu with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your resources. You shall teach them to your children. Anything he's giving to you. If you are that type of person that serves El Shaddai, and you say, after I say 10% belongs to him, I take this 10%, you take this. The rest belongs to me. I can use it as I want and whatever I choose to do with it. You are not his child, indeed. You are not perfect. You're not Baruch. You're not righteous. You're not working of righteousness. Because he expects us, even after removing the 10%, to dedicate the rest of the 90% to him and to serve him with it. You serve him with all the resources. What you purchase with the rest of the 90%, what you do with it, ask yourself, according to the Torah, are you walking in the way? Are you exalting his name with what you use the rest of the 90% to do? When you use the rest of the 90% to buy things that are harmful to your body or buy things that are unkosher, you're not honoring El Shaddai in your life. If you use the rest of the 90% to do things that will not be pleasing to him, you are not honoring your Creator. There is no two ways about it. It's written. You cannot serve two masters. It's either you respect one at every point in time and you despise the other. I want you to know this. When you're doing something to please the world, you're automatically disrespecting El Shaddai. There is no, what do they call it? Trying to paint words around it. It's only religion that will do that. I've been called to tell you the truth as it is, as his servant. Religion should tell you, come as you are. Don't worry, El Shaddai overstands. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just serve him the way you can. That is religion. And all those that follow religion or flattering words of man know that they are flattering themselves to get without any hope of reincarnation. I want you to understand there's a difference between you do not know the Torah. You've never heard. You didn't have the opportunity. But your spirit is just guiding you here and there. And you're trying your best not to do the wrong things. The person we have the hope of reincarnation so that you can be able to do the right thing. And then the one that heard the Torah, understands the Torah, but stubbornly decides to do what pleases him or her, does not have the hope of reincarnation once the person passes on. And the person will die. Say the soul that sinned will die. Meaning the person would die like a mere mortal. I want you to understand this raw truth. No religion will tell you this. I don't know. Maybe there's a religion that will tell you this. But this is the truth. Anytime you are pleasing man, you are displeasing your Creator. And is it not gross foolishness to do that? Knowing fully well that man has no bearing in your life. Knowing fully well that it's your Creator that gives you the air you're breathing, the good health, the life, and all the good things that you enjoy now. Let's continue. He said, oh, that my ways were established to guard your laws. He's asking for Beraka, so that you can be able to stand firmly in the law of El Shaddai and be a testimony to him. Not to compromise or not to show the world or friends and family in the world that, hey, El Shaddai has baruch you now and that you can now spend money on them and do things for them easily. Knowing fully well that they've rejected your creator and they're not even interested in serving your El. Now, he says, then I will not be ashamed when I look into all your comments. I thank you with uprightness of heart when I learn the right rulings of your righteousness. Are you happy when you hear his laws or his command? Or does it pierce you like a two-edged sword in your heart? Does it feel like his command is accusing you? Do you feel pain in your heart when his Torah is being told to you, or when you are being corrected, or when you read the word? Do you feel joy? Or do you start to justify yourself? Or start to look for things that you can use to justify disobeying your El? Listen. 8. I guard your laws. Oh, do not leave me entirely. That's the only thing you have to show to El Shaddai. Whenever things are going the way you do not want it to go, or the way you don't understand, you will tell him, I guard your laws. Don't let this happen to me, please. I guard your laws. Have mercy on me, help me. I guard your laws and his commands. But how would a young man cleanse his path? By guarding it according to your word, not according to your rationalization, not according to your interpretation, but according to the word of your El. Remember what he said? He said, be ye holy, be ye kadosh, even as I, your father in Shamayim, is kadosh. He did not give any middle ground. He did not give any alternative to that. He did not say, if you cannot be holy or Kodesh as I am, you can just do your best. I will overstand and I will accept your best. He did not say that. It's either you are Kadosh like he is, or you're not. It's either you're learning his word and you're obeying everything he asks you to do according to the way he wants you to do it, or you're not. There's nothing like middle ground that I'm trying. He understands that I am trying. Trying what? It's either you're doing it or you're not doing it. It's either you do this or that. If it says, for example, don't eat something that's unkosher, and you say, no, just because of where I am, just so I don't avoid, but let me just taste it. And then you now decide, okay, you know that I'm trying, I really do my best. It's just that you see one is just alone, you are isolated, all those things. Trying. It's not good enough. He wants you to be like him and strive to be like him. If he says 10% of whatever you earn is mine, this is where 99.9% of people in the world are feeling in. Even his Nabi, when there are certain offerings they perform, they still have to, you must give tithes. You cannot escape it. You can't escape it. After giving financial tithes, from your food you give tithes. How many people do that? I myself, from physical food, I live by example. After I give tithes from physical food. The Shabbat has its own tithe you must remove from the dough. My physical food, I give tithes and feed his creation. Even after presenting the financial tithes to him, I give tithes in everything he's provided to me, because in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2, if you read verse 9 or verse 10, it says, for man is not mighty by power. I don't have the money simply because I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm a web designer, and I'm this, I'm that, and I'm working, and I'm getting the money, and clients are paying me. No. He gave me the power to get what? It is written there in the Torah. Save your El, because he is the one that gives you the power to get wealth. And I acknowledge that with all my resources, because he said we should serve him with all our resources. He said after removing the 10%, that is his. All your resources, they belong to him. If you overstand that he's doing it because he loves you. He's giving that command because he wants to protect you and wants you to live a good life here on earth. You're not going to struggle with it. Because if you overstand, now as soon as you're paid money, 90% of that money you get is taken by the devourer. You will not hesitate to rather surrender it to your Creator, whose plan and thoughts for your life are always good. According to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the plans I planned for you, says El Shaddai, plans to baruch you, not to cause you evil, plans to give you a hope and a future. It is written also in the book of Hosea, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And because you have rejected knowledge, I have rejected you from being a Kohen for me forever. Do you want El Shaddai to reject you because of your stubbornness? As in, what do you even benefit from it? Children of El Shaddai all over the world. What do you gain? Is it hardship? Suffering? Struggling? Is that what you enjoy in this life? Do you enjoy this life? Do you enjoy this earth? Do you enjoy struggling here on earth? Doing things by your own will, and according to your power, and according to your resources, according to your human reasoning and thinking. Are you enjoying your life that way? Is it not time for you to wake up and tell yourself the truth? Enough is enough. Now, for those that are following the Torah, have already entered the new year. But for those that are following the Gregorian calendar, you are about to enter the new year. It's time to tell yourself, this coming year, I have to test and see that El Shaddai is good. And do everything according to his laws and commands so that I can stand and be able to present my righteousness to him when I am in trouble or when I see things are not going the way I want it to go. Look at King Hezekiah. When he was told he was going to die, what did he do? He turned to the wall and said, El Shaddai, you know how I have served you in righteousness and uprightness of heart. You know, he had something to show to him. He didn't say, you know how I tried. You know how I've been trying. He knows that himself has followed El Shaddai according to his Torah. So he had a place to stand and intercede on his behalf in the Shammai court. I want to ask you, do you have the same? Can you say the same thing of yourself? Can you stand and boldly say the same thing of yourself? That you can stand before your Creator and tell him, you see, the way you've shown us your Torah, the way it is taught, I don't deviate left or right. I don't rationalize. I don't do the wrong things. I don't disobey it anyway. So now I want things in my life to change for better. Jabez cried out and said, El Shaddai Baruch me. And it is written he was answered. Hannah prayed and she was answered and given not just one son, but 5 sons. There is no way. It is written in the book of Tehillim, the prayer of a righteous person avails much. You don't even need to struggle in prayer. Just pray it once with faith, with emunah, and relax. Because your Abba has heard you and is already working on your request. But when one leg in, one leg out, you obey today, tomorrow you don't obey. You do this today, tomorrow you don't do it. Who are you deceiving? It's time to tell yourself the truth. That you are doing yourself more harm than good by not following your L 100% and following the adversary. It's time to tell yourself the truth. It's time. Worldly compromise will take you nowhere but to destruction. In any aspect you're compromising, in this period, in this season, because of the season, please stop it before it's too late. Stop it, please, before it's too late. I beg you, stop it before it's too late. And try to change this year in 2022. And may El Shaddai help his children all over the world that are willing to realign their lives according to his Torah and mitzvot and baruch them immensely with the barakah that is going to release on the earth this year, 2023. For some that are about to enter, and for people like me that have already entered the year. Taste and see this year that El Shaddai is truly good and his mercies endures forever. Shalom and happy Shabbat preparation. Also, as you prepare for your Shabbat, the El Shaddai grant you the Beraka that comes with preparing for the Shabbat and every good thing that comes